I feel like I used to be very introverted, but now I've become a bit of a yapper sometimes.
Bro, that's what we
We'll
want.
find out.
We want a yapper for a podcast.
We'll find out.
Yeah, bro.
I'll probably start off quiet, but then
Nah, you'll be fine, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even stress. How tall are you, man?
like 180. It changes, but like 186.
You mean it
changes.
changes?
Like it honestly changes.
What do you
Because
mean,
we take,
bro?
like at uni, I take height at, I don't know, for AFL, we used to always take height. For modelling, I take height.
You
It's
do
just-
modelling?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. That's
Like
sick.
low key. Once I finish uni, I'll try to get more into it. But yeah, my height is literally always different. Maybe it's the person measuring.
How much does it like fluctuate?
Only like 3 centimeters.
That's a lot though, dude.
Yeah.
But like, have you seen like in
That
like
might get me over to 5'8", you know, if I say I fluctuate.
a bunch of like NBA players like they said like Bronny James was like 6'4",
Yeah,
and
and
he's like
he's-
actually like 6'1" and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
It's like they just chat. But no, fair.
Bro, so this is Before the Blow Up podcast. Introduce yourself, bro. We got a freaking track star, model. Go on. Tell a bit about yourself, bro.
I'm Godfrey Okerenyang, 21. Don't know about track star, but I'm a runner. Do modelling as well, and from Wagga, now living in Sydney.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
Fair play.
How did you fall into running, man? Is that like a thing you sort of wanted to go about and like always pursued, like that was a dream, or you just kind of fell into it?
Yeah, I don't know, like as I said earlier, when I was younger, I was like in preschool wanting to race kids. Like I just always wanted to run. My parents used to be a runner. Like my mum was a pretty good runner. She said she could have gone to the Olympics. I don't know about that, but she said she was that good. But yeah, since young, it's just something I've wanted to do. I've been all right at some other sports, but
Yeah, how come not other sports? Like,
I don't know. There's no money in athletics, but
yeah, you
it's
could
still-
have done like,
But it's still, I don't know. It really is a passion. I just love the feeling of winning, the feeling of working hard. It's just different in athletics than to any other sport, to be honest.
Yeah. That's crazy. So with your training then, is like, how is that different to other sports? Like,
Yeah, so when I was young, like before I moved to Sydney, I didn't like train as much as I do now. Like pre-season, off-season was just AFL or touch or soccer, whatever other sport I was doing. And then I'd train like twice or 3 times a week, depending whether I could be bothered, basically. But now it's like, so we just started pre-season 2 weeks ago. We do 2 days of gym and then 1 day of stairs at the moment.
stairs, what do you mean stairs? Like climbing stairs?
Yeah, like running or walking upstairs. It's like the hardest thing ever. I'll
like
show
for
you.
your whole training day.
Yeah, for like it's only like 2 hours, but I'll show you his videos later. It's
Yeah.
it's cooked. But yeah, starting this week, we do 3 gym sessions now. On the track Thursday and stairs on the weekend, and then next month it's 3 or 4 gym, 2 days of track and stairs, and like it's 6 days of training basically. Like once we get into this season, whereas like AFL was just Tuesday, Thursday, like go play.
So why was the switch? Why weren't you training like that in Wagga? Is it like just time you're older now, taking it more serious?
Yeah, I think just being older and my coach in Wagga. So I trained with Michael. Did you go to Wagga High?
No, I went to Christian College.
Oh, okay, well, I trained with this guy at Wagga High for a bit. He only trained like 2 days, and it was only with it was mainly little kids. And then when I moved to a coach in Temora, I just couldn't always train there. And yeah, it's just being lazy when you're younger, and you don't really need to worry about injuries and all that. But once I got injured, like my first big injury,
What did you do, bro?
I tore my hamstring off the bone, whole thing.
How did you do
That's
that?
gnarly.
How did you do that, man?
That was at National. It was like 2019. So this was like one of my best years. I was trying to make World Under 20 champs coming up. And then like my heat was lovely. Probably like one of the best heats ever. And then, yeah, in the final, looked like I got sniped, fell halfway through the race, hamstring gone. But yeah, so just after that, even just doing like physio and stuff was every day. So then it just became a routine of doing something every day. Then I joined a squad up in Sydney here who's got like plenty of good athletes. Like one of the boys I train with just qualified for the Olympics in a relay team and
Yeah.
is running today at Oceania Champs to hopefully qualify for the 100. So
Sick.
yeah, it's just training with different people now,
Yeah,
being part of
cool,
a
bro.
better squad.
I want to go back to your injury, bro, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
race bikes, right? I've had
Yeah.
a freaking heaps, right?
Yeah.
With your hamstring, did you have like a niggle before you ran? Was it tight or like what sort of happened? Like,
Yeah.
did it literally just like blow up and you had like no symptoms before, nothing, it just freaking blew on you?
It was...
Or like, what's the go?
So, like, I don't know how bad it was, like, before. I felt pain. Or not pain. It felt like a little bit tight, but as I hadn't really had any... I had one hamstring tear before this, I think, and I was being drunk at a party. I jumped into the splits.
Oh, no.
So, like, that was my first injury. But, yeah, so I didn't really, like... It wasn't really like a thing like, oh, I know I'm going to get injured right now.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just... I ran the day before, like, my fastest time almost. I ran a relay before. But, like, lately, like, I can do a backflip. And I did a backflip after we got a medal in the relay. And every time I do backflips now, my hamstring feels a bit weird.
So it's like no more back.
So I still do them all the time. But I kind of feel like maybe that did something to it the night before. And then, yeah, warming up, it was feeling a bit weird. But I was still sprinting fine. Like, I could run fine and all that. And then even coming out of the blocks was fine. No pain or anything. It just happened. Just bang.
Just one of them like freak accidents.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro.
But yeah, ever since then, I've had plenty of hamstring tears, but
Damn.
How do you
through it.
deal with it, like, mentally? Like, because you take time off. And
Yeah.
I know as an athlete, it's the freaking worst.
Oh, it's
when
terrible.
you're freaking bedridden.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was the worst thing on, like, my mental and all that, but it's just who you have with you. Like, and I'm a big believer in God, so it's got me through a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It's just stick at it.
I want to go back to like when you said like in 2019 and you were really trying to qualify. What did you say it was? For?
World Under 20.
World Under 20 champs. Yeah. And so thanks, bro. And so in 2019, because you said you were kind of lazy, like why were you like lazy trying to qualify then?
Not like lazy. Like I trained pretty hard that year. I think it's just lazy in the sense of like, I wouldn't train as hard as I can. Like I would have days off. I would just all that stuff you do when you're younger. Like I'd go out every weekend. I'm still the same now, but I know now that like if I am missing gym or I am going out on the weekend, like I just got to go so much harder.
Right.
Like my next session, like I don't know. I think being younger, being how I was, like with all that, it's made me a better athlete now. Not like the perfect athlete. Like a lot of people wouldn't like how I'm an athlete, but I feel like if I didn't have that social side that I do and like that somewhat laziness, like it wouldn't work as hard as I do when I am actually at training.
So when you say lazy, we were just inconsistent.
Yeah, just inconsistent. Basically.
Yeah,
of course.
And so what do you think it would look like? I mean, I guess now that you would say you're more consistent now.
100%.
Do you think that you'd be more beneficial to like, I mean, this might be an obvious question, but like, do you think it'd be more beneficial to be like, okay, I'm just going to scrap going out every weekend.
Yeah.
But do you think that would take a toll on other areas of
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially with the mental side of things, like with injuries and stuff, I feel like my coach said this to me like a couple of months ago. He's like, I don't know why you go out and all that so much. And I don't know how you get through all your injuries, but I do know that it is because you have such a social side and you're able to like get away from that. Because I feel like if I got injured and I wasn't like going out and doing stuff, it'd be like, well, why am I not doing anything? Like, why am I just focusing on this sport and still hurting myself? But if I can like go out and take some time away, like it just makes it better.
Keeps you steadfast, eh?
Yeah.
But do you reckon eventually it might have like a detrimental effect?
Personally, no, but
Bro, I understand that too.
I feel like it's so different for everyone. And I feel like
Okay.
It's so in my squad. This guy that I'm talking about, his name's Josh Has a Party. Like he's a freak. He does everything right, but he had his first hamstring tear. I think it was last year at a relay competition, and like he's someone who doesn't do anything wrong. It's like
Right.
So this can happen to him. like what makes it any different to it happening to me, like
Right.
whether I do anything different.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah.
then also, it's like I've drank and all that since I was a lot younger, so I feel like my body can handle it better. Like
Right.
that's not true, but I just feel like it's
Placebo.
yeah,
Placebo.
literally. So I feel like everyone can handle it differently. And then there's a hurdler I seen on Instagram the other day. He hasn't the best hurdle in the world at the moment. Like hasn't lost a race in 5 years or something. It's like, what's your biggest downfall? And he's like, liquor, like because he's American, so that's what they call it. And it's like, so I see people like that, like he's that good.
Yeah.
And that's still his problem.
Yeah.
So I don't
Has
know.
it ever been a distraction for you?
Oh, no, never. Like, if I have to switch on, I like we, at the moment, in season, we're not allowed to drink or anything, and that's fine for me, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because like for me, like I know that there's things that like vices that I might have. I'm like, okay, that's a distraction. I need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's good if you know like where your bandwidth is, and you
Yeah.
can just kind of pare that back. I mean, you said like when you were injured and having those people around you, who were like some of the people that you think are big, like I guess supporters in your life, and that has helped you got through those kind of things.
I know my family, mainly, like, my youngest brother, Daniel, I don't know if you know of him, but
Yeah.
him and Jared, but like mainly Daniel, he's probably my biggest supporter.
Yeah.
He's an Australian triple jump record holder for his age, so he's pretty good, but he's always like been there for me. And then my girlfriend as well, and then just I don't know, everyone in the like my close friends in my athletics community, like they're always been there, always checking up on me. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not someone that like talks a lot about like mental side of stuff and how I'm going, but there's people that will always just like see if I'm all good. Close friends from Wagga as well that have moved up to Sydney. Like we have a pretty good group going, so it's good. Yeah.
Cool, man. Do you find that your relationships affect your results or training? Like positively or negatively in some circumstances?
Sometimes, yeah. Like I feel, especially like my closer relationships, like family and my girlfriend and stuff, like if something's wrong, like fighting or whatever in that aspect, like it is something that might be on your mind, like when racing or something, but you can I feel like you can use everything as a positive or a negative. Like I try to use everything as a positive, like no matter how bad it is. Like even getting an injury, that just means go train harder, go get stronger from fighting, go prove them wrong, like I don't know, I take everything as positive. Like I'll always have a positive mindset. So
Have you got a good example of how you've used the positive mindset in like a struggle?
I don't know. I think, not many people know when I did tear my hamstring like off the bone, I got told I might not ever run again. So like that's why I was probably such one of the, like I'd run again, but not the speed that I had been able to. So I don't know, that's probably where I was like, well, that's not going to happen. Like that's literally my life. Like gets to a stage where like I thought all I'm good for is running. So I'm going to do it no matter what.
Is that what you think? Wait, did you say?
Yeah, so that like I was at a stage where I was like, all I'm on this earth for is running. Like
Wow.
so.
And so then when it like
Hearing that is like what am I doing?
when it came crashing down,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now what? Like,
Yeah.
Now what?
How did you build back up from that? Like from a doctor saying, bro, you're not going to run as fast as you were.
Yeah.
again. It's like
just
like a prove you wrong sort of thing. It's like, watch me.
yeah. My physio, he used to be a North Melbourne physio, so like he believed in me. He was like gave me programs. This was during COVID as well, so it was like the worst time ever for it to happen. But I'd drive to Melbourne, do stuff. Like I was doing something every day, every day of my life, every hour basically, and it was just healing quicker than everyone thought it would. But then the last like 3 years, I've just been getting injured heaps. Like I've been able to run fast, but this season that's just gone, like I finally ran quicker than what I did 5 years ago. So
Bro,
it's good
congrats.
to just know that. Yeah, thanks. It's just good to just know that you can honestly push yourself more than anyone knows. Like it's just up to you what you want to do. It's up to you how you take what you get told. It's easy to push things aside and it's easy to give up. I know my friend said the other day at training, he's like, it's easy. If you can either quit now or you can finish at the end, they're both going to hurt. So it's up to you.
That's cold.
Yeah. It's like
Pick your
everything
pain.
hurts.
Yeah,
It's
pick your
like
pain.
Yeah, pick your pain, regret or
But
success.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm,
No, that's
that's sick,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like, when you were like in 2019, when you were, I keep coming back to this because
Yeah.
it's like it seems like it was like at this peak, and then it kind of like when you got injured, it's
Yeah,
like
just-
it dropped. Like, what were your expectations here, and how have they like? If you look at like your peak in 2019, and then when it dropped, and then like now, how have your expectations as a runner changed?
I think from injury side of things, it's just I know how to handle that now. Like, I think I know my body better than a lot of people would know in this
Yeah.
sport, especially if you haven't been through injuries. And I think that, like, I know where I can get to now.
Right.
Being through everything I've gone through, like I can be confident in myself. I can start acting like how I did when I was younger, like being up there, being out there. I think being good at, like, as good as I was in 2019, like, I was such a confident person. I would make friends easily. I would even be like not cocky, but I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy. Like,
That
I
confidence.
can,
Yeah. And so did like
So-
that injury blow your confidence out? Is that
yeah, basically.
Wow. Because and it comes back to that thing of like, all I'm good for is
Yeah.
running, but like the reality is that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, what was the reconciliation you had in your head? Like, because obviously you don't think that now. So
Yeah.
it's like, where was that line?
I know, I've always been someone that's there for their mates. So it's like, I think I'm going through all of that has been able to, like, my close friend group is a very injury group as well.
Yeah, right.
But it's been good that I can be there for them as well and help them get through that. Like, I feel like I'm an example as well now, but like, I go to uni, I started modeling now. Like, there's so much more to life that obviously when you're younger and you have that goal, you think that's all you're going to do. But like, it was year 12 for me, the year where I was injured. So I guess I kind of got to focus a little bit more on school. It was, we're all turning 18, so I could go out every day and not worry about a competition coming up.
Yeah.
So just all of that. Like, even Daniel, my youngest brother, he has gone through the exact same situation as me, except he gets another chance. But he was trying to qualify for World Under 20 games this year. He won under 20 champs, which you have to do at nationals, and then he just had to get the qualifier in under 18s, but tore his hamstring jumping.
mate.
Like, so basically the exact
Yeah.
same thing, but he is under 18, so he gets to try again in 2 years. So
Yeah.
but
How old is he?
16.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
turning
okay.
17. But yeah, so it's just been good to be able to be there for, like,
Yeah, okay.
everyone that's got through it or
Yeah.
been through it.
Would you still say running's your biggest passion then?
100%.
Yeah.
It's probably more a passion now than it was back then, but it's just not as much as like, this is all I'm here for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to make it a lot more than I probably did then. Like, I train harder and all that stuff now, but I also, if I get injured or something, it's like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I can get back, or I won't. I can still run.
Yeah.
I can still go work. I can still do whatever I'm doing.
Like, coming back to your, like, I want to talk a bit more about the expectation thing. Like,
Yeah.
expectation, not an injury, but results. So, like,
Yeah.
what was your expectation? Like, obviously, like, I'm expecting to win in 2019, but how's it shifted now? And how's the building of those expectations changed?
So, like, after 2019, I don't think there's like no comps for 2020 because of COVID, but then I came back and I did 100. I ran like 11:1 or something, which is like, that was shit for me. But
Yeah.
I got disqualified in the final. I didn't care.
Why?
But I don't know. Just because I didn't run well. I think I
Right.
knew I wasn't. It would have been the first time I hadn't won state for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna look bad.
Yeah.
But then I won long jump, I think, or came second. So I went to nationals for long jump, and my first jump, I was the first jump of the comp. I could have made under 20 champs this year as well. It got cancelled because of COVID, but I jumped like 7:30 or something. I was like, oh, well, it's a lot better than I thought I was gonna jump. It's almost a PB.
Yeah.
So after that, I had high expectations. I was like, okay, I'm already back. I can do everything I thought I couldn't do. Like, I'm better than what I was. But then hundreds after that for the last like 4 years have just been like, my PB was 10.69 or is kind of 10.69, and it's all like 11s, 10-9s, some 10-8s
Yeah.
every now and then. So, but I've always been someone that's like, don't go out there and say you're going to run this, like just go and have fun. So I haven't really had expectations of results, but after like that 2021 comp, I was like, I'm better than what I thought I was going to be.
Yeah.
So not running those fast times was annoying, but I finally did this season. So now I'm like, just continue. My biggest goal this season was to enjoy the sport like I used to.
Yeah.
And I finally did that, and I finally ran well. So
That's good.
I think my expectation is just to have fun, not worry about results.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the biggest, like, what actually makes a runner faster than another runner? Is it like just physical ability? Is it technique? Or like, because you say like you're running like, well, your PB was 10.69.
Yeah.
And every now and again you'd run like a 10.8 or a 10.9.
Yeah.
I was like, why can't you go faster than 10.69? Like I know that's freaking easier said than done, but I'm
Yeah.
like, is it a technique thing? Is it power thing? Like,
It's different for everyone. I feel like there's an expected technique, like a technique everyone should run. Like if you went to a rugby team and you're like, this is how you run faster, like lift your knees and stuff. But that can also like impact you in other ways, like injuries and stuff. Like for an actual individual runner, I think it's just how hard you work. Like you can't say, like you can't run 10.6 one day and go run the exact same way you did the next day and expect it to be 10.6. Like there's wind to take into consideration. There's a track, there's the weather, there's mental. There's just so much things. But
how much does the mental side affect the running?
I think mental is the biggest thing in athletics. It's probably not talked about as much, but I think it's the biggest thing.
Is that the biggest thing for you?
Biggest thing for me. I think it's the biggest thing for a lot of people. Like,
Right.
Especially like I know a lot of people that have been very good younger athletes and like gone through injuries, and now just that impacts them mentally. Like if you're really good as a junior athlete, like you're praised.
Yeah.
So once you get to like opens or something, like or under 20s, and you're not performing as well, or just something's not right, like you don't get that praise anymore. And
It affects your confidence.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing. Like when athletes are like really good younger,
Yeah.
and then they come up, but they just drop out.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had a thought of just like I might quit running?
Yeah. Oh, heaps.
Heaps.
Yeah, heaps.
Bro,
Like,
talk about that, man.
yeah, like I don't know. There's times where it's always after an injury that it's like, okay, I'm actually done. But then there's been times where it's like, okay, if I do get injured, I'm done. But as I said, like every time I do end up getting injuries, I'm like, okay, I need to either work harder now or I quit. And it comes back to like what my friend said, like I can quit now and not know and it's going to hurt, or I can get through it, maybe get injured again, but who knows where I'll be in 20 years. Like at the end of the day, this is what I love. Injuries, they're not that bad, to be honest. Like I feel like they make you grow so much as a person and as an athlete, like especially for athletics, like going to the gym, making sure you're staying on top of your diet, getting the right recovery. Like every time you get injured, or every time I've got injured, I know I've become a better athlete, I think.
Yeah.
But
How did you remind yourself over and over and over for all the injuries that you like still do want to do this?
I think
Is that just a repetitive self-talk thing, or?
I think that comes down to like my close friends and my brothers. Like
Yeah.
every time there's been some injuries where like I'm like going off, and I tell them, I'm like, every time I get injured, I tell them, and I'm like just going off saying, I hate this. Why is it always me? Yappa, yappa, yappa. And then they'll say something. It's like, it's God's timing, bro. Like, you know how good you are. You'll be fine. And then I'll give you an example. At the first race this season or last season, I went through like one of my best pre-seasons. We do a 24-hour warm-up, so like go for a jog, do some sprints and stuff the day before. And I went to this park near my house and I rolled my ankle. Like I thought I had snapped something in my ankle. Like it hurt that bad.
Yeah.
And like I walked there, so I had to walk back with my ankle, and I was like hobbling. And I got to a room, I was like crying, I was going off it. Like called them and I was sending videos saying, I hate this, I'm so angry. And they're like, it's probably not even that bad and stuff. And 2 weeks later, I literally ran like one of my fastest openers.
Yeah.
So it's like, I got to listen to other people, because if I get into my head you're going to get into your head in the worst parts. Like whenever something's bad, you're going to think of the worst. Like you're always going to have bad thoughts when something bad is happening. So it's good to have someone who's not in your mindset to tell you how to treat something and keep you like relaxed, keep you in the right mind.
Yeah, I have like friends and family that like, and even myself, like I get in my head a lot. Like, how do you not? Does it just come back to
Bro, just friends,
friends and
family.
family,
Yeah,
like-
that's it basically.
Is there any other like ways you just like? Is there a thing
like-
that you do or?
Like I pray a lot. Fortnite. Love Fortnite. Just I don't know. I'm a very chill and laid back person.
Yeah.
Like I'll get angry and stuff for like a couple of minutes, but then I'll just
Cruise out.
on to the next. I'm just always on to the next person. Whatever happens. It is what it is. Me and my friends say game is game. Like that's
Game is a game.
He just got
life.
arrested, didn't he?
Yeah. No, but we didn't even know there was a person until
Did you get arrested?
No,
game is game. Game is game is a person.
Have you seen the game is game guy?
No.
Yeah, you would have seen him. I've seen him.
No,
clips
you
of
would have
him
seen.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who.
I didn't even know. We didn't know it was a person. We just always say game is game.
Yeah, yeah.
If something happens, game is game. Whatever it is, game is game.
I'll show you later. You know who he is. I've sent him clips. Like, yeah, he got arrested. Like,
Bro, I was
So
like,
when he got arrested, we're like, oh, game is no longer game. Game is no longer game. But
oh man.
yeah, it is what it is. It's just been my motto since I was a kid.
yeah.
Have you always believed in God?
Yeah, always. Like,
Is that like a parents thing, or where's that stem from?
yeah, went to church since we were younger. Like my name comes from an old priest, so it's just all lines up. And then my two closest friends, they believe in God, and I feel like I've got a lot closer with him the last couple of months and stuff.
How so?
TikTok, believe it or not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, TikTok has really helped me get closer to him, but also like injuries and all that. Getting to where I am now, like it's also helped. I really believe in God's timing and stuff. So going through what I've gone through the last 5 years and like being to where I wanted to be right now, it's like it is God's timing. Like eventually it's going to happen. If it doesn't, it wasn't your plan. It's someone else's plan. So
Do you read the Bible much?
I read so I have these two apps like for verse of the day and all that. So I read that a fair bit.
Yeah.
Me and my two best friends, they start trying to like do this thing where we read a chapter, like 5 verses or something every 2 weeks and then come and speak about it. We're all pretty bad when it comes to organizing stuff, but yeah, trying to. Like I've got 2 Bibles next to my bed, so something I would love to do more.
Yeah, I mean, like we're both Christians, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we get it. It's like one of those things. It's just as a journey, I guess. Everyone.
Yeah, it is.
How's it like impacted you? Like, I mean, you kind of talked about it a bit, that like you pray and stuff, but
Yeah.
how has like the actual relationship with God impacted your? And I don't know if that's even something you could articulate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I always pray and everything before I race. Like it's like a routine I have. I'll tell you like my running day routine. But so I wake up and I have my shower, listen to music. At the end of my shower, I pray like out loud. Pray for whoever I'm with, whoever I'm running with, everything. Like I was in Gold Coast, so I was staying with like 6 boys. I was praying for all of them. And then I do this thing in the mirror where I put a song on, I start running and stuff. And then like at the track, on the way to the track, if I'm like with my family, we normally pray on the way there. And then warm up, I'll do my warm up right before my race. I'll pray. I have some track friends who are Christian as well. We'll get in a circle, we'll pray.
Yeah.
Finish my race, I'll pray. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, it brings you closer to him so much. Just thanking him for every single thing. Like waking up, what you thank him for, for waking up, eating breakfast, you thank him for having food. So I feel like I have a great relationship with him, but I feel like I can also get a lot stronger.
How so?
Just like reading the Bible a lot more and knowing his words, his actions a lot more, knowing what I need to do a lot more. Just trying to become a better Christian, like in terms of like sinning and all that. Like I feel like you can always get better.
Yeah.
And trying to like teach my friends who aren't as close to God, like teach them the word and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which I feel if I read the Bible more, I'll be able to teach more and teach myself.
Are there things you think you need to improve on in like a Christian way? Like what do you think you're lacking in?
Probably I don't know, like the social side of things, like all that, like listening to bad music, drinking alcohol and all that. I think that's probably the main thing that for everyone, but
Yeah,
I feel like that's something I'm getting better at. Like I listen to a lot of Christian music now, posting stuff on like my Instagram and stuff. I feel like being more confident as a Christian, I think that's something
Yeah, that's good.
I'd like to be better at.
Yeah.
Like it's not something to be ashamed about or anything. Like not that I am, but like
I can see how like it can be like
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to
Yeah,
say that
but-
I'm in a group or I'm like people aren't Christian. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything about it, you know.
But no, I feel like I've definitely got better with that, and I feel like my friend group, like close group, we're all like getting closer with him, which is good.
Yeah, bro.
It helps
That's
each
cool,
other.
man.
Yeah.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
What's some of your biggest successes in running?
Biggest success. Well, I ran at an AFL Grand
I was
Final
literally just
Sprint.
about to ask about this. Yeah.
So
You ran an AFL Grand Final Sprint.
yeah. So
How did that come about?
There was this year that they let anyone that played AFL, like for any club, no matter what, you could sign up if you're. I think it was only under 18s.
Yeah.
But so I signed up and I had to run in. This was when I was still in Wagga. I had to run in Sydney at some random competition, and you had to win your heat. So I won that.
Was it easy?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, I was
easy.
gonna say. I reckon
Blew
it
some
would've been-
doors,
yeah.
brother.
And Buddy Franklin was there.
Oh
Got
yeah,
to
I remember
meet him.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aaliyah Lee. So yeah, drove down for that. Literally drove home after that, and then got to run at a game before Giants. So everyone, I think 8 heats or something, or maybe more. But we got to run at a Giants Swans game like
Yeah.
before that, and that was to then make it to run before the grand final, like right before it. So I won that pretty easy as well, and then yeah, got tickets to the AFL Grand Final.
That's good.
And just me and my mum went. So we got to run the night before, like an hour before or something.
Yeah.
And only the top 2 in that got to run in the grand final sprint. So two of my close friends from Victoria, they were both in it, like from athletics as well. So I was like, and this was when I was like not consistent, not training as much as I should. Like it was AFL season, so I was barely training. I was like, oh no, I'm actually like not going to make it. Like everyone thinks I'm going to win and all this, because they would have known anyone else was doing it, but I won that. So got to run in the grand final sprint, and then won that as well. And
Yeah.
What did you win for winning the Grand Final Sprint?
won $1,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Should have been more, but but had some salty people in the AFL community.
Why?
Really? Why's that?
I don't know, like
What were they salty about?
skin color, like
Really?
skin color, not being an AFL player, because we won. Like, so me and the guy that came second, we're both black and we both did athletics. They're like, so it was like, obviously you can imagine.
But you were playing AFL, though.
Yeah, we were like, and they're like, it was just things like they're saying was shit at AFL and stuff. Like I played for New South Wales AFL that year. It's like,
Right.
but like I don't really care about that stuff. But
Yeah.
there was just plenty of comments just
Really?
having a go. I reacted to every single one. Like, I don't care. That's like one thing for me. I don't care about other people. Like,
Yeah.
I care about other people. I don't care about bad stuff other people have to say.
I'm like similar. Like I'll care about my close
Yeah.
friend's opinion, but anyone else, like I don't care.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll literally like say thumbs up. Like I'll reply to you saying thanks, bro. Like congrats. What do you get out of it?
Yeah,
So,
bro, I got myself into
yeah.
some smoke over like
Oh,
TikTok and stuff like
100%.
that.
Like, and I was 16 at the time. It was like, grow up. You're literally a 50-year-old man, like
Yeah.
attacking a 16. Like, it's like, oh wow.
Bro, you'll never see a hater doing better than you.
Yeah,
Never.
like, that's true though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's so true. Like even the AFL players, like they didn't shake our hands or anything after
Really?
it. They just all walked off.
No.
But one of the
That's
guy,
a really bad
yeah.
sport on
I
their
think
behalf.
the one that came third, I think his name was Jordan Murdoch. I think his wife or someone, she commented and said, "We're really sorry we didn't. Like he wanted to, but they got asked to leave." They said, "Don't know about that." But
Yeah.
yeah, as I said, I didn't really
Damn.
care. It was a good grand final as well. Like West Coast won basically on the
Yeah.
siren, and that's probably one of the best moments. Winning nationals. Like every time you win nationals, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But
Have you qualified for like Worlds? Because I feel like if you win nationals, you go into Worlds. No, or was that different?
yeah, so
thing.
well, this was all in like junior ages. So that's what I was trying to qualify for, like under 20 worlds, And then, so we got the COVID year, then the year after that, like I had that big long jump, but then just went, in that comp, it just went downhill. That's another thing I should have said about that comp. Like I jumped, the furthest I jumped in the first jump, and every other jump after that was just downhill.
Oh.
But I think that got cancelled anyway. But I've been to like Oceania Champs and Malaysian Games, which is, it's not the big, like it's an international comp, but other than Australia and New Zealand, there's not much competition
Right.
in those like competitions. But yeah, nothing yet. That's the goal. I feel like I will get there in like sooner rather than later too. I feel like, especially after this season and after I know my body the best now. I have a great relationship with my coach and my squad. I feel like things are really looking up more than they ever have now.
Yeah. Is the next big thing Olympics? Is that like the end goal or?
Yeah, well, not this Olympics, but I don't know. I think I want to try make just like a world champs, even like in a relay squad. I
Yeah.
feel like just having the experience, like if you get to go to one of those comps, you get the experience, and I think that also makes you then a better athlete. Like there's so many things in athletics that make you better. Like I wasn't the best junior, like little junior, like under 10s and all that. I always made finals and stuff, but I might come last. But when I won my first medal, I don't think I didn't medal like after that.
Yeah,
honestly, it
never
just
back,
got
yeah.
better.
Just clicked.
Yeah, like you just get better and you continue to get better. But then, yeah, I had the big injury. And it happened at a bad time because every time you go from under 20 to opens in athletics, you're getting cooked, basically.
Yeah.
Like, there's not many under 20s who are great who will then win opens or something. Like, and props to those that do. But then, like, the second year, like, you then switch on and...
What age is like prime for athletics, like for running?
I'd say, like, mid-20s is probably the best, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different for everyone.
Yeah, okay.
And at the moment, the quickest guy in Australia or Australian champ is, his name's Seb. He's one of my mates. He's 18.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But then, like, Rowan won last year. He was, like, 25 or something, 26. So it's different for everyone. Just depends, I guess.
Just depends on the people.
Yeah.
That's different and like that's the same in pretty much every sport. Because
Yeah.
I race bikes, right?
Yeah.
There's like some freaks in nature that are like 19, 20
Yeah.
in opens, but there's also people that are like slow burners that like peak when they're like
Exactly.
26,
Yeah.
27, and then they come out and win a World
Yeah.
Cup.
Like, there's
It's like,
people who
what
are
the heck?
30 still running, like, in the Olympics and running quick. So
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of getting, maybe like back in the day it was only like a certain age, but I feel like now it's honestly from like 17 to like 34. Like you could be,
like good,
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
like very good. So
That's sick. How did you get into modeling, man? Tell me.
Bro,
Tell me.
I've like literally like,
Yeah.
I'm about to ask, but yeah.
I don't even remember. I think when I first moved to Sydney, like I think a lot of people just said like, oh, you could be a model and stuff. I was like, yeah, okay.
That's a confidence boost in
Yeah.
itself, hey?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, rightio. And then I signed up to this thing called like model management, and someone like sent me a message saying, oh, I'd like take photos of you, like get your portfolio and stuff. So I did
Did it
that.
cost you?
Pardon?
Did it cost you?
No, it's free. So
Yeah.
it's like a whole day photo shoot, like in near Palm Beach, like nicest place.
Yeah.
And we did like a studio photo shoot. We did a park photo shoot. We went to like a beach or something. Like it was so good. Got me a lot of confidence, and I was like I enjoyed it. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I love fashion and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I like taking photos. And then I didn't really do anything after that. Like it's hard to do because I'm so busy at the moment. It's like I had uni, so I just didn't really care, and athletics and stuff. But then I model for Stateside Sports a lot. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
But they sent me a message, and I couldn't do it because of athletics and stuff. But then after, I think 2 seasons ago, I was like, oh, if you guys are still interested, I'm not doing athletics at the moment. If you want me to come in. So I went in, did a like, I don't know, interview shoot or whatever it's called. And then they were happy. So I did almost all their shoots for like a couple of months. And then one of my friends was on Love Island, and
One of your friends is on Love Island?
yeah, And like I got to meet like some of his agencies, and they're like, oh yeah, you'd be a good model. And I was like, I was gonna start talking to them, but I just didn't have much time, so I didn't really go anywhere from that. But I did. I just keep doing photo shoots with Stateside at the moment.
They pay pretty penny.
Yeah, like
That's good.
they pay like lowest, like not lowest, but lower in the model industry. But I know that I can get a lot. Like I did a Telstra ad, should come out soon.
Yeah, boy.
That's great pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully I'll finish uni this semester, and I'm gonna try sign with an agency, and hopefully you see me on some covers or something.
Watch out, Vogue.
Yeah, get some money. No, it's
That's
fun.
Do you think after your running career you like fully dive into the modeling
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, that's another thing I'd like. So athletics, as I said, you don't get that much money from
Bro,
it.
I swear, like he's saying, I was gonna like delve into like,
Yeah.
like how you like planning on, money.
Yeah, but so I think for athletics, you got to be like, I don't know the word. Like you got to be able to show yourself off. Like that's how you get money. Like people who are showboats and can do other things, that's how you're gonna get your money. That's how
'Cause
you
it's
get
branding,
sponsorships
hey.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So modeling and athletics, like I think that's like my perfect match. So if I like, even if I'm not the best athlete, I feel like if I can model for Nike or something, like I'm gonna get a lot of money, get a lot of deals,
Yeah.
and so that's how I think I can get money from athletics. Even if I'm not like, if you're really really good at athletics, you'll get money, but I think you need to have something else, and modeling something I enjoy. It's not hard. It can be hard if you're with a strict person, like you got to do this, you got to do that, but
Yeah.
I enjoy that. So
How much sort of money are like top tier sprinters making? Like top 10 in the world, are they actually making bank or like not even?
then from athletics itself, no.
What about like 100-meter sprinter?
Like from the actual sport, no, but from
Sponsors.
and everything,
Yeah.
a lot. But
Yeah.
I think athletics is trying to like put more money into the sport. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know how they would go about it though.
well,
like,
so they just put out, I think 2 days ago, in 2026 they're going to do this ultra championships or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like only the top 16 ranked in the world get to compete.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 million US prize money. So like
I was like,
out of
coin.
nowhere, like that's already so much money than anyone's ever getting.
yeah.
Money
then-
is such a huge driver.
Yeah, it is. And then for Olympics, I think, so you get money from your country for Olympics, but I think World Athletics is going to be giving you 50K if you get a medal now as well. Like just on top of that.
50K is though not a lot
It's not a lot
for
at all.
like
No,
podium.
But like Australia only give you like 20K.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You think about how much you're spending on like
yeah, exactly.
training and physios, whatever.
But yeah, I don't know how they're going to really get more money. There's a Diamond League thing, which is a little comp that happens every week or something for like during the in season, where you win like 10K if you win every race, and then I think maybe it's 100K if you win the final. So like that's where you can win money, but there's not money in it at all.
yeah. Do you do those like diamond leg things? No.
Nah, that's only like the top athlete. Like you gotta be
okay.
like, that's Usain Bolt and all that when he used to run.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay.
get selected or invited to those, and it's only like 8 people per comp. So
True.
yeah,
Still a good bit of coin though. Like,
yeah.
if you
No,
dominate,
it all
it's like
adds
you
up.
can walk out.
But that's
with,
it.
like,
That's
good bit of coin.
without the sponsorship stuff, and like a lot of the sponsors is like, if you run, say, my PB is 10.69. If I run a PB, then I might get like a 500K bonus. Like there's all the bonuses and stuff.
Oh, so there's like incentives
Yeah,
to like.
yeah.
To run fast.
What's
So
some like
that's-
other incentives?
World record. So there's the world athletics. If you break a world record, that's 100K. If you break it from your sponsorship, that's probably like $1 million. Like a big heaps. And then it's just like medaling at nationals, medaling at Olympics, medaling at world champs. Like there'd be heaps.
It's just bonuses is where the
Yeah.
money is. This is similar in my sport.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of bonuses from
Yeah, but you
sponsors.
still get good coin for winning.
Yeah, you do get good coin for winning, but
Yeah.
it's like it's not as good as when Red Bull puts on an event, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we have the World Cup, which is like by the UCI, which is like overseas, like everyone, like the
yeah.
whole world, right? So you'll get semi-decent coin if you win a World Cup, right?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's all in euros, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty good for us. But it's like a lot of people were complaining about the money because it's the same. Only people who like had really good sponsors,
Yeah.
rode for good factory teams, made coin. And then Red Bull came along and made like another series.
Yeah, that's
And then it's like you're slowly seeing every top rider who can actually ride
Yeah.
this track go to it, and that is bank if you
Yeah.
win.
well, like these days, these day and ages, like you need money. You actually need money, and I think athletics, it's not like a popular sport, but if you get the best runners to run like this ultra comp and you have money on it, then you're gonna get more people to watch. You're gonna have people competing to their best. It'll be a lot better.
I reckon, athletics. I mean, I have no idea really,
Yeah.
but I think that it's just like we've said it, like, but it's all about branding. I think that,
Yeah.
like Red Bull does it so well. Like their branding is
100%.
insane. Like if athletics could have something similar to that, and I think there was like peak when like Usain Bolt was like
Yeah.
the face of running, and it was like
Exactly.
everyone knew about it. It's like if their branding was better, they'd bring in more money.
the big-
Eyes
so
as
much more. Yeah, like
Yeah.
one of my friends is sponsored by Red Bull. Like,
Really, who?
his name's Sasha Zoya. He lives in France. Well, he lives Australia and France now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to France in like 2 weeks.
So yeah, like so he was from Australia. Like does athletics. He's a hurdler, and then obviously that's another thing. There's no money at all in Australia for athletics. Like if you win nationals, congrats. Like
yeah.
all you
Pat on the back, brother.
all you get. But like yeah, so he got heaps of money over there. Now he's sponsored by them, and they do a lot for him.
By Red Bull. I didn't realize Red Bull sponsored like track and field.
Yeah, like
I
sponsored.
thought like
That's what I mean.
extreme
But like
stuff.
he's such someone you can brand like so
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
So like
that's all it comes down to, being able to
yeah.
be a good brander, and anyone can get you.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'd get into like the entrepreneurial side of things, or like starting your own like line of whatever?
That's like when I was younger, that was something I wanted to do, like start my own business or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
like a clothing business. But I think that comes down to like how good I become, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't. So many people start brands and stuff
Yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
days. If you're not really that person, then it's gonna be hard to get it out there.
Yeah.
Off the ground,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, every second person's got a
Yeah,
t-shirt
exactly.
they can sell you. It's like, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Is there something in your life that you think that it's just does running take away from the balance of life? Are you like one of the people that believes in like life should be balanced, or like
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend always says like I focus on athletics a lot, so like maybe it takes a lot from my relationship, but I also feel like if I want to get to where I want to get to, then
yeah, because you've been dating her for like ages. I
Yeah.
swear. Like, how long have you been dating for?
6 years this weekend.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you thinking about putting a ringer on it? A ring on
We'll
it?
see what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's something I feel like I'd struggle with, because I just think that life isn't balanced. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to like reach the top of the mountain or whatever. But
Yeah.
something's got to give, and it's
Yeah.
like, how do you rationalize like
Yeah.
it is going to take away from our relationship at some point? Like,
Yeah.
what is the thing about, like, what do you think about that?
I don't know. That's like that's as I said. Like if I want to get to where I'm going to get to, then unfortunately it may take a toll. But like we live together now. I would sometimes like if I have to miss a training session just to like make things be a bit better, then I'm happy to do that. But unfortunately, if I want to get to where I want to get to, then I have to.
Do the training session.
Yeah, I have to go to my training session. I have to go to the gym. I have to go to this competition. But like I understand from her perspective, but I also like feel like if you knew that I'm a sprinter, like when we started dating and all that, like you know who I am. So
Yeah,
I feel like we're
clear cut from the start.
yeah,
like, yeah.
That's just what it is. We know each other. It's just something we'll work through, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Over the next year or two, what do you think like your, I guess, aspirations are over the next year or two for running?
Athletic. So next year is what's next year? I think World Champs. So yeah, that's my goal. Try to get, because when I was younger, like before I did my injury, I was in the under-20 Australian like relay squad, and then the year I got injured, I was going to be put into the Opens one, but I got injured, so they couldn't really like put me on because they they need you to be able to train basically because
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the goal. Just to hopefully get back into that, get even a state or national state medal, national final.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goals. And I know if I have crazy goals, I think I can definitely make world relay. I'm world champs in the relay or something.
When's that?
So that'll be like August next year.
Yeah.
And then hopefully
Olympics
2026, I'll try to do that ultra thing. And then, 2028 Olympics that's a goal. I think I'll be there. I believe I'll be there.
And what happens if you reach your goal? Say you reach all that, what's next?
Keep going, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
To the top, brother. To
Yeah.
the top.
I think I'll know when I want to stop or when I need to stop. Like, I can't really say now. If I get there, then what will I do? But I think I'll always want to run. Like, I always want to be a fit dad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, go in the gym, training and stuff. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like, doing stuff with your kids, that'd be sick, I think. So,
Mm.
I feel like if I'm out of the sport, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. But if I'm in the sport, like, I can always go train with them or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, like we interview like pro boxers and stuff,
Yeah.
and like they say that, like it's just so hard to get out of it. Do you feel like if you were to ever stop running, like would you like say you had like an illustrious career, like
Yeah.
you accomplish your goals, would you just step back completely from like, okay, I'm not gonna go in any competitions now, or would you just like, I'll hang in there, whatever?
Yeah, I think I'd hang in there.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I feel so many people in athletics leave and come back. Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
athletics is one of those sports where, yeah, you're going to quit, but you're going to still come and
Yeah.
watch every comp.
Okay.
And then eventually you're going to, I want to run again.
Yeah,
You're going to
yeah,
join
yeah,
a squad, and then you'll be back competing again, and then you might quit again, but it's like those relationships where people just break up and get back together. Like,
Yeah.
that's...
It's like I can't really quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what athletics would be, and then I don't know, even just like coaching on the side or something. Like I started coaching when I was younger. Like I was coaching some kids, but yeah, I don't really know where I'll go after if I made that goal, but it's always gonna be there. Even through like family, like my brothers compete as well, so it's just always gonna be something there, I guess.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. Well, was it to wrap it up?
I want to ask, do you find like good, what's the way to put it? Like coaching like kids or like younger
Yeah.
people, like what, like, does that give you a sense of accomplishment or like joy, or like what do you get out of that?
Well, I don't really do it anymore, but when I was in Wagga, this guy wanted me to coach his son, and I was like, you can literally just come and train with me, like train with my coach. It's free. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I want to coach you. I want you to coach him. Like, I'll pay you. So I feel like in that aspect, I was like, oh, he like really respects me.
Yeah.
He's also trying to help me out, like with the money side
Yeah,
of things.
yeah.
So yeah, I felt pretty accomplished, and
That's good.
I like helping people, as I said earlier. Like, I love helping people, so it did feel good, but I felt bad in the sense, like, you can literally come and just train with me for free. Like, I can help you. I don't have to coach you.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It does, like, make you feel respected and
Yeah.
Sure.
honoured as well.
Would you like mentor a kid?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I'll try, like my younger brother, I try mentor him. Jared, our middle one, he's basically our big brother. He's huge.
Yeah.
He just got out of the army, so he doesn't really, he needs mentoring, but
Yeah.
he's probably more mature than any of us. But yeah, I try to do a lot for Daniel and hopefully see him at the top as well.
Yeah.
Sick, bro. Well, we always have a closing question we ask every single guest.
Yeah.
And it's, what's the biggest lesson you've ever learned throughout your whole life?
Biggest lesson. For me, is trusting God, I reckon. Like, from my parents, trusting God, trusting what I know, where I know I can get to, where my family thinks I can get to. Just have trust, have faith, and God's timing, as I said as well.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Trust in God's timing. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be. Yeah.
For sure, bro. Well, thank you for coming
Yeah,
on,
appreciate
bro.
it,
It's
appreciate
freaking-
it.
Thanks for
Good
having
day.
me.
You're a legend,
Yeah,
man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's
Thanks,
nice
man.
to talk to you.
Sweet.
Bro. Done.
Donzo.
Peace.
Dusted.